loser, bro.
Yeah, and we back. And this is not I Got Drink. I'm just too lazy to move the set. So look, this is just landed. I got a special edition. I got some people on here, man, that's gonna really let y'all know what's happening. So before we start, let me go ahead and have y'all introduce yourselves. Starting with.
Hi, I'm Timberlyn, host of I Got Drink.
Why look like you was thinking about what you the host of? You drunk?
I'm saying co-host, but we're the hosts. We're hosts together.
Y'all host together, yeah.
So XOXO_ yours truly. That's pretty much on everything. XOXO T-Lynn on like TikTok, YouTube. Yeah.
Tell me what else you be doing.
I do lashes, so if you want lash extensions, make sure you check out hairexotica_beauty_bar on Instagram.
Shout out to my nigga Nate.
225.
That's an inside joke.
Filming, writing for that, so make sure you check that out on YouTube. And that's 22, and then you spell out 5.
You're not even from Baton Rouge, though. How you gonna write for Baton Rouge? You ain't from Baton Rouge.
Wait, don't do her.
I've been out here since 2006, so I know a little bit about Baton Rouge.
You know a little bit.
I could write.
All right, look, I'm gonna ask you a question real quick.
What?
Where's CC Lockdown located?
CC? CeeLo?
No. That's a name.
Don't answer. That's a trick question.
I got an easy one for it. Where's Parktown located?
Parktown. In the park.
I'm gonna let you slide with that one. You said because you sound like you was from Baton Rouge. I get it out.
Well, there you go.
All right. So who we got next?
I'm Taylor Faye. I am a social media influencer, YouTuber, actress, and yeah, I just vlog my life. Moving to Europe in a few months, so tag along.
So look, check this out. I don't know if you've seen yet. You know, Instagram now, you getting paid for reels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's happening?
I wouldn't be on social media if I wasn't getting paid for
Oh, okay.
it.
All right.
But I love it too, though.
Money team. That's what's out. Mm-hmm. All right. So who we got next?
All right, so hi, I'm Brittany. You can find me on Instagram as Brittany. I also have TikTok and all other social media websites. I personalize in real estate. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in Louisiana, also in Georgia, Atlanta specifically, and yeah, I just do what I do, and I like to make money. That's about it.
Get that bread, huh? That's what's up. So look, man, I'm gonna go ahead. You know, usually I kind of started off light and then we start getting heavy.
All right.
But so we got heavy hitters. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump straight into it. So look, let me ask y'all a question.
I was just sipping it.
Oh, you're sipping it?
Hold on. First of all, why you sipping shots?
We got shots.
You
I'm
sip.
a shot sipper. I'm not like, I hate taking.
Man,
I
fuck
really
outta
hate
here with
taking
that.
straight shots. When you see me on the show, I do it because I have to. But if I'm like in person out, I'm a sip it.
Take it on the top, man. Make her accountable for her actions.
Cheers. Look each other in the eyes. Okay. Hit it.
All right, so look, let me ask y'all a question. Why do people like being in a relationship with people they feel like they can't tame?
They can't tame.
Yeah, meaning basically, in y'all case, y'all with a nigga y'all know is wild and out of control. Yeah, you still with the nigga because of what? Like, why is it that women do that?
For me, I don't tolerate niggas that I can't tame, but I feel like women that do tolerate people that really don't care about them is because they're weak-minded, honestly. And she's not really a woman at heart, and she's still searching for herself, so she can't really be realistic in real life. So that's not really a person that loves you, but she's sticking around because she wants to see the outcome. But in actuality, like, she doesn't really know what she wants, because if she had what she wanted in front of her, then it really wouldn't be an option or a question.
True.
I mean, I agree, but me personally, I have a few toxic ways. I like the excitement of it. So the thing is, like, if there's a guy, I like the chase. Like, if
A
there's a guy
challenge.
that's all under me all the time, I'm like, ew, all right, bye.
Right.
But if you kind of give me like, oh, he wildin', all right, I'm gonna show him what I could do too. Like, it's kind of fun. So like, I would keep him on the side, but at the same time, I still know a good man too. So if a good man comes up, then I'll say bye to him. And
So what constitutes a good man?
someone who's loyal, who's honest, who respects you, Hold on. Oh, see, that's the thing. I got two different sides. I have a healthy side. I got a toxic side. So I kind of keep my little toxic over here, and then when I have my healthy, I leave my toxic.
That sound alright, but it sound like some bullshit too. But I'm gonna come back to that.
Someone who is like, so the good man, somebody who is loyal, make sure they're taking care of home. You could trust them.
Tiffany, you don't know what you want.
I do.
I know what I want.
I would say
I
morals.
know what I want.
I
Good
want a
morals.
family. I want marriage. My parents are still
Yes,
together after like 30
definitely.
years. Like, that's what I want.
Yes.
But I still do have that side of me that's still kind of young. Like, and it's exciting to be, not exciting, but like, I still get a thrill over like the,
So you like
the
that
guy
nigga?
like grabbing
So
my arm.
you like that nigga? Why the fuck you bothering me about where I'm going tonight?
No, like that.
No,
I don't
like,
like
pull
that.
me out the club. Like,
Yeah, like if you
I
pull
don't
me out the
like
club.
Y'all like that shit?
Yeah.
I don't, like, this nigga really loves me.
He loves me. Like if you.
Hey, I'm gonna be
kidnap-
honest with you. I had a talk with my barber a few days ago, and he said something that I couldn't really say nothing about it. He said, "Man, you like them crazy women, huh?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And the reason why he asked me that because I do like the ones who pop up on me and sneak up on all that stuff. Because look, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
don't like the
I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
like it.
Because if a motherfucker ain't checking up on you or trying to see what you're doing, that
They
mean they don't
doing
give a
something
fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's toxic. I be praying every day to get out that stage. But I feel like if you.
Babe, I'm 30. I'm about to be 36. I still love it.
I think I like grew out of it because I've had that stage where like I had guys like popping up, and I'm just like, why?
I like it.
Now I ain't gonna lie
Right.
to you though. I'm a big disappointment because I hate the nigga to pop up though. I like to pop up on me, but I don't like to pop up on them.
Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't vibe with you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I need
But
to-
I know I'm that bitch.
I'ma
so
tell you
at the
why,
end
though.
of the day, like, why are you not here?
like make me feel like you want me.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why are you not here?
Well, I'm gonna do other shit to let you know.
okay, well
I'm fucking
okay,
with
that's
you.
the thing. If
You
you,
know what I'm
show me
saying?
other ways that like you want me, that you are appreciative.
I'm gonna tell you the
of
key
me.
thing for me, not to cut you off.
Okay. Yeah.
If I part with my money, I mean I like it. Because I don't like to spend money on anything. You know what I'm saying? So if I part with my money, you better understand, hey, everybody don't get this treatment. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So yeah.
But
That's real. though.
if we are in an intimate relationship, like if you having a part of me and I'm having a part of you, you're obligated. At the end of the day.
I like-
Well, if we in a
Yeah,
relationship,
that
that means I
part
must
too.
like it.
Not really. You could like me, but you could not love me. So
I get in a relationship.
if you're being crazy about me, that means you love me. So the pop up, you crazy about.
So
I
you
don't
like that
think
crazy shit. You like that nigga that be calling your friends and shit. Where Brittany at?
I don't want that either. I want the relationship where like we can trust each other. If you tell me you're going here, then all right, I'm believing you.
Oh,
If I tell
man.
you I'm going there, all right, I'm doing that.
I like both of them. That's my problem.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the secure love, and I also like the chaotic stuff too.
I guess
I'm
just
gonna tell
outgrown
him he
that
can
chaotic
trust
stuff.
me, which 7 times out of 10 he can trust me.
Not
But
seven.
I can be trusted 100%.
I want to be able to live my life. Yeah,
Yeah.
like if I'm having a conversation with another guy, it's not that I'm sleeping with that guy. It's because I'm having a social conversation.
yeah.
My profession allows me
To
to socialize.
Yeah.
So basically, you don't like that nigga. So you fucking that nigga?
You're not fucking him. You can definitely have a conversation with another guy and you not be fucking with him.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
But I'm gonna tell you something though. I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret.
Wait.
If the guy you talking to, skinny and gritty,
Wait,
he
what?
might not be fucking, but he thinking about it.
Wait, what?
And there's a problem there
It's
because
scared of the what? What did you say?
Skinning and grinning.
Skinning and green.
Yeah.
why would you be laughing in her face? Then the crazy comes out of me. What is she doing here?
Yeah.
Why are you talking to her?
Oh man.
Because what importance does she have to your life? Why you laughing so hard? But if that's what you want to do, then okay.
So you gonna
Here's
play
the
that?
thing. Here's the funny thing.
But-
when guys try to play you like you don't know anything, but I literally did everything you did. So like I see it.
Yeah.
But they think that you don't know. And it's like, I literally know what that looks like because I've been in your shoes before. So I kind of feel like it's a curse to have been like a former player because you know all the game. And so as soon as you see it, it's like, damn.
So ladies, let me ask you this then. What's the most research you done did on a nigga to figure out what's going on?
I've done a lot of research.
All right, talk to me now. What they say? Talk to me now.
I don't think I've never like admitted this, but I don't know if I should.
Man, go ahead. We don't just land it. We don't just land it.
I'm not giving
If
it away.
she follows you on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, then that's a bitch you know.
Yeah.
And if you're
on.
liking every single one of her pictures.
Hold on. Rewind that because I missed that and I want to elaborate on that. So basically saying if a female follow you on all social media platforms, something is there.
If she
Most
follows you on
definitely.
social
That ain't
media
true.
platforms,
You are.
That ain't true.
Most definitely.
If she's
Hey,
like,
I'm a public figure. She
No.
might like my music.
Yeah, she
No.
might like your music, but she's also interested in you. So I know a
Nah.
DM or some type of conversation has
happening.
gone on. Like, yeah.
if she comments
Yeah.
under everything,
She wants to be seen.
Or if you're in her likes all the time.
But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna click on her page and I'm gonna see what she got going on, and if she got a man, and if what's happening, and then like if something does happen from that, I'm gonna send everything to her man.
So T-Lynn, elaborate to me. What's the
What?
most research you done did? Come on now.
She
You know,
goes into it.
hey, this a real show. You gotta say some real shit.
I don't want to say it, but
I've done a background
I'm gonna
check on
research.
somebody.
You said background check. That's
Yeah,
it?
because like in my profession, we have this app, and before we do a viewing, you can put in their phone number, and it'll tell you literally everything about that person, whether they
Yeah.
have bankruptcies, whether they have like they just bought a new car.
That's why I
whether
put
they
everything in my
just bought a new
grandmama's
house.
name.
I had a friend check with the DMV for me.
Yeah, and then I
And
have
get
a police
everything.
officer as a friend. My
I
best
think I
friend is a
can.
police officer, so run this name for me.
And tell me what's
And tell me
behind
what's
it.
going on. And then your ex-girlfriend, I'm gonna check her out too, because if she's crazy, I'm crazy too. But I don't really care about her enough to know what she has going on. I just want to know if she's talking to my man or not.
So Tay, you've been giving me a lot of face expressions like I ain't doing all that shit. So you ain't never did no research on no nigga?
Not that deep. I ain't doing
What's your level of research?
My level is, okay, this is how I know when something is fishy going on. If you follow her, if she follows you on like all your social media that you may not even have a lot of followers on, but you follow her.
Yep.
Like TikTok,
Yeah.
a lot of times guys
People don't even
have
TikTok.
a big following on
Yeah.
TikTok. But if you're following a certain girl on TikTok, I know something's up. And if you like everything, but I won't even say that because guys being every bitch likes. Like it don't matter as long as she's showing skin, they like it. But yeah, just that. And if she comes in my views,
Yep.
that's how I know.
You mean your stories?
My story.
Yeah, she following.
That's
she
how
Follow
following
your man and she coming into
And
your
she
views
comes
or your
in my
views.
wanna
views.
know what I got
Don't
going
follow
on.
me.
That's true.
I've
Then
caught
it's a competition.
Yeah.
I've caught a lot of stuff of girls that were whatever with my
What you
Well,
what?
me
What you what?
personally.
What you what?
my ex.
All right.
Ex.
Just
It's
making
old.
sure.
It ain't even happening right now. But like that's how I've been able to see all the girls that was messing with him because she would come looking for me and seeing what the fuck I was doing. So then I go in her shit, I see him. Oh, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Your girls give you away every
Yeah.
single time.
Because
they
they
gonna
wanna
post
be
you,
seen.
and they want to be seen,
And they want to make sure you're not with them, or they're trying to like low key be petty with you, get your attention, and then you go whatever. So that's how I see. Like I
Shout
will
to
go for it,
win.
but if you in my views, I'm going to check you out, and I see the connections, then yeah.
So
How to
Put
win
two
is
and
to
two
be
together.
successful.
look,
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all then, because since we on this whole social media thing, what's like the weirdest DMs y'all done ever got from like a nigga?
Gosh. Literally, I can go in my DMs right now. There's this guy. He's really popular on like Instagram or whatever. And it was like maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning, and he saw that I was online because you can see like if it's active or non-active. But I turned it off like a while ago. But at the time, he saw that I was active on Facebook, and he really like sent me a video of him like
Oh.
You say you want to see that thing spit, something like
It
that.
was his, but it was like legs open and up. I was
That
like,
is
you're
not
gay.
attractive to
It's
me.
gay, like you give me gay vibes.
I get that all the time.
Don't send me a dick picture. If I ask for it, maybe I want. But if I'm not
How do
asking
you ask
for it,
for it?
I don't want. I've never asked for it. But I'm
So why would you
saying,
even say that? Because you know how my
Because
fans
I'm
are typical.
saying, like,
You know
I
the
don't
people
wanna see
you know my
it.
fans that watch this show.
Unless I would request something from a guy, I don't want to see it. I don't want to
No.
see a fucking.
It's
I don't want to see you
disrespectful.
jacking off.
I've had a
I don't want to
guy
see that.
come to my house, like a social media, like I never met him a day in my life. He was from Detroit, I think.
Wow.
You came all the way from Detroit.
Yes,
He
from
came all the way
Detroit.
from the D to show the D.
Yes. And I don't know how he found my house, but on Valentine's Day, he left me teddy bears and chocolates on my doorstep. I don't know how he found where I lived or anything, but that was super scary. He was like stalking me for 2 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, you have to go.
Yeah, so that was like the craziest DM, and like he would comment on my pictures like, "You lied to me. We bought a house together." I'm like, "I don't know you. Like, what are you talking?" I feel like he really thought in his mind that we were together. It was
Wow.
weird. It was weird. But yeah, that was my craziest like DM stalker.
So
story.
Timberly, you never really stated what was the craziest thing that you had in your DM?
I don't know. I mean, I've gotten the occasional like videos and stuff like that.
Let me tell you something. I know some
What?
sick niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the kind of pictures you post, that is made for sick niggas.
They are beautiful, first and foremost.
That's
she's
made for sick
beautiful.
niggas. When you got on bikini by the pool, some of them niggas ain't seen nothing like that in a while.
No, they haven't.
So,
They
you know what I'm
haven't.
saying? Hey, look. I'm going to tell you like this. You keep posting pictures, you're going to probably have more sick pics.
I haven't had like anything like really crazy.
Check your request box.
I've not had anything like really crazy, but I've definitely had people like, you know, oh, like you making me high, like, you know, like just the nasty like messages. And they end
So
up
what's
getting
a
blocked.
nasty message to you?
Like nasty, like you think,
Anything
like,
provocative.
Yeah. Like this
So
is-
long they say something like beautiful or cute, you cool with that. But if you, what's something that you know better? I got a question for y'all.
What?
What's acceptable DM to y'all?
If you just come with respect, like.
nice
What is
picture.
respect?
You just like the picture or you look nice.
But honestly, it
or-
depends on what picture you're commenting on.
Yeah.
Then I know your true intentions. Like if I just happen to post a bathing suit pic and you're like beautiful, then I know what you're looking for. But if I just post a selfie with just my face and you're like beautiful, then I see your intentions. Like, oh, he likes my face, not my body. Like you can tell.
Y'all hear that, guys?
I
Switch
get
it up,
on
y'all.
my-
Switch it
I
up,
get
y'all.
on my social
Be
media
strategic
for
with what you say
specific
beautiful.
reasons.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, I see it, but I don't respond. Like I'll get like crazy messages, but
So
like
do-
I'll look at it and I keep.
So let me ask you
moving.
this. This to all y'all, but I want Timberland to answer this first. So do you like the attention? Yeah, you do. You took too long to answer.
No, like I don't like the nasty like attention.
You don't like
I
the
mean,
nasty attention,
I
but you
don't
like the
like
good. What's good attention?
Like, oh, like you look nice and beautiful, like whatever. I
You
like,
like
I like
that.
that, but again, I don't respond to any of that. Like I just.
So you like
okay,
it, but
I
you don't
see the
respond to it. So you just like fucking with people.
No, like for me, I'm trying to build like my social media. So like if I get it, I'm like, okay, y'all watching. All right, I see like what
Timberland, you
looking
playing
at,
with
like,
niggas.
if
That's
you
your problem. Nah, you playing with niggas. You playing with niggas. You playing with niggas. So
I'm
that's why.
not.
Hey, you know what? Nigga probably calls you beautiful 5 times. He said, since you don't
And
want,
she never
you don't want
knows.
to say nothing, you about to see this man now.
And that's how you end up.
Hey,
blocked,
guess what
so
though?
Don't do that.
You ain't responding anyway, so he said, "Fuck
Yeah.
it." Hey, I'm going out with a bang. You're going to see the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see like what the like okay, like I'll post something, I'll post like my face, I'll post this, I'll post that. Just trying to
Timberland, them niggas gonna chop you
see
up in
what's
these
going
comments.
on. What?
They gonna chop you up in these comments because you ain't keeping it 100 right now.
cap.
Matter of fact, editor, make sure you drop that baseball cap on her head.
I don't do it for the guys. I do it for the girls. Like honestly, I don't like a big male following. I
Yeah.
want more girls following me. That's my audience. And I'm very careful about the type of content that I post too, just because I don't want that provocative energy comments, weird. Like, I don't want to attract that. And it's sad that it has to be that way, because I feel like women should be able to go on their Instagram and post them like they worked out, their body is nice. They should be able to post that, but you do have freaks, and that's just the rule of life. Like, that just comes with it. So, I mean, if that's the attention you want to attract, then post it, but that's not what I want to attract, so I don't. So
I feel like I post a variety. Like, I don't really know.
Hold on, Tim. So hold on, Tim. Hold on. Let's be real, because you know how I am.
Do it.
All right.
So if you post a picture with you being 90% naked,
then you should expect weirdos.
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But like, I want like she was saying, like, I want a variety of followers.
You want.
Like, my page, I think if you look at my page, like, I don't really, like, I'll post TikToks, I'll post,
Tim,
I'll post a bikini pic, I'll post a workout.
She's well-rounded.
Everything.
Let me tell you something about a nigga. Nigga don't even see that other shit. All they see is the pictures where you be half naked sitting at the pool.
And that's fine. They get left
shit.
on red in the DM, too. So.
All right. You might be missing on a blessing, though.
Because that's true. Because sometimes there's guys that's looking for a wife, for someone to settle down with, and they might go on your platform and see that, like, oh, she's half naked for everybody to see. That's not what I want to cuff. Like, it's true. I think it kind of depends, and it's sad because, like, I do believe it. Women being able to, like,
do what they want to be able to,
right?
Yeah.
But that's what it is, and there is a lot of judgment. If guys go on and they see you half naked, you're not like a prize to them. You're easy. Like, everyone else is doing the same thing.
So let me ask you this, and I know this is not no shot or anything, but if you're a woman that posts pictures where you half naked majority of the time, do you think it's unfair if a nigga look at you and say you belong to the gang?
I don't. That's an unpopular opinion.
I mean, honestly, I don't post anything on my page because my page, I use...
You're a ghost.
I'm not... yeah, exactly. And I don't post anything, literally, unless it's relating to my business, because that's what my focus is. But as far as her, like, she's a beautiful individual, and that's a part of her image. So at the end of the day, like, if you're an Instagram model, or if you're modeling something, I've been in a video scene before where people want me to dress like half naked, and I've done it like a time or two, but that's not something that real estate relates to. So if someone sees me like that, they may not take me seriously, you know what I'm saying? But that's not, for her, she's not as revealing. Like, it's seductive, but it's not trashy.
Yeah,
but look,
it's not trashy.
And we understand that, but I want her to speak for herself on this.
Well,
I think there's like a difference between like seductive and like just trash. Like, some, I wouldn't say trashy, but just some women, like, it's their page is just straight like ass shots, just naked or whatever. Yeah. But on the other hand, you have the people, they just kind of post they want to be seductive some days, and then, like, you post like a business picture, you post like whatever. Like, you just have a lot going on.
And that's my thing. I feel like women should be able to go back and forth between the two. You could still be classy and still be sexy. Like, there's no reason why you should.
Gotta be one or the other.
And summertime, she can show off her bikini. She's hot.
But the facts of the matter is,
hey, look, I agree with you, but Timothy be having bikini pics in the winter now.
I be doing that.
You got bikini pics in the winter.
Okay.
I mean, I got a whole pool in my fucking house. I'm gonna be in the fucking pool, so you gonna see it
in January.
It's hot.
I'll just go to the bathroom.
Louisiana is hot year long, so yeah, she's entitled.
All right.
Can we take a break?
You want to take a break?
No, I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, all right. Look, we're gonna go back to commercial break. Man, shout out to Satirian Car Care. You know what I'm saying? If you need your car fixed, man, holla at us.
Those are burnt. Welcome to Centurion Car Care, located at 11857 Florida Boulevard, where we do quality work at an affordable price. We also do paint and body, exhaust work, and any minor and major mechanic work. Best mechanic shop south of the Mississippi.
All right, so we back from commercial break. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm gonna ask y'all ladies a question. Have y'all ever been catfished or found out that you just seen some kind of man on social media where they portray living one kind of life, you found out it was a whole nother? All right.
Really, there are lots of guys. And I would say women as well, because Instagram is...
Well, I ain't want to go in on the women on that.
But men, okay, it's for an image. Like, first of all, the money that they made, I'll say rappers in particular.
Damn.
Like, they post money that isn't theirs.
That's not true.
Yes, most definitely.
I own a record
Nobody
label.
There are
jewelry.
some, yeah.
Just to
They
like
will.
wear.
I own a record label. That's not true.
Well, a lot of them, they will post like, "Hey, let me get that record real fast." But at the end of the day, money long, but
The money might have been long that day.
they probably don't have a
Because it
house.
wasn't theirs.
They don't have their own house. They probably don't have a car, but because of the popularity that everyone else around them has, it's like, okay, I fit into this crowd, so I have to maintain this particular image, so I need that to gain my followers. But at the end of the day, you could be conversating with this person, and then they're like, oh, I'm finna pull up to your crib. Like, why we can't go to your crib? Because I
he
don't
ain't
have
got
one.
So,
Or he living with
so
somebody.
let me ask you this,
Yeah.
Brittany, let me ask you this. So have you ever been, particularly you yourself, been catfished by somebody through social media, whether it's a rapper or anybody else, where you found out they weren't who they were?
Yeah,
They
I
supposed to be?
have. And it is from a,
You ain't gotta say no names.
It is. It's like from a Baton Rouge group or whatever, and he used someone else's money, and I went out to Texas to like meet with him or whatever. I was already out there, but then I was like, okay, hey, I'm here. Like, what's up? And he was like, yeah, come pull up on me or whatever. And I get there and I meet him at someone else's house. And it's like, okay, where's your house?
Yeah.
Oh, I live here. How do you live here? And this is like this man and his family. And then afterwards, it's like,
He's been
oh,
adopted.
yeah. And then it's like I'm like, okay, I don't know these people, so let's go somewhere different. But it was like a park in the neighborhood, so we drove to the park. We're like talking, and I'm like, where's your car? I don't have a car. But I'm just like, okay, well, red flags, because your Instagram doesn't portray this. Not that I was looking at his Instagram to like judge him, but it's just like, if that's your image and that's what you claim to have, you're claiming to have these things, and you really don't have those things. And it's like, okay, I'm hungry, I'm about to go get something to eat. He's like, oh, well, they're about to get something to eat, but you can't even pay my bill. Not that I expect, because I can pay my own bill. But if you're interested in me and you're portraying this lifestyle, then I expect you to pay for my dinner. And he couldn't do that. And it
Where
was
did he
just
take?
like,
Where did he want to take you?
we were gonna go to like a crab, like
The fiery crab?
Queen crab, I think it's called.
Crab Queen?
Yeah.
Crab Queens, yeah.
No, it was like something different. Like it was a different brand, but it was something like Crab Queens and Fiery Crab. But it was like in Houston, so I was just like, okay, well, we can go there. You know what I'm saying? But then he was like, oh, well, let me call my people. What you gonna call your people for?
You gotta get that loan from
Let's
his rap
just
daddy.
go.
No, so how about you call your people and tell them to come pick you up from the park, and I'm gonna go and have myself a nice dinner, because
Damn.
you're not who you say you are. So it's a lie from the beginning. Simple.
So what about you other ladies? Have y'all ever seen that or been so-called catfished by somebody from social media in the sense of not being who they said they were? And I mean, look, this is not just in reference to dating or anything like that. You know, they have fake promoters and all things of that nature as well. So have y'all ever been in that situation or scenario?
I wouldn't say I don't date much, like date, like I'm always like relationships kind of thing. But I've, not me personally, but friends, yes. A lot. Mm-hmm.
You care to speak on maybe a situation friends had in reference to like how they found out they weren't who they were supposed to be?
Yeah, I had a lot of friends in Atlanta because Atlanta seems to be like the cap city where guys will be in sections. It looks like they have a whole lot of money. They have chains on, whatever. You go home to or you try to go home with them, they don't have a place to go. They go to their partner's house, or they ride with their friend in their car, like that sort of thing. Like literally, they're like club. They just do clubs and literally have nothing else to show for anything. They make it look good in the club, but they're going to sleep on a couch in someone else's house and using whoever's car to get to the club. And it's a lot of that.
So what about you, Tamala? Have you witnessed that?
I've been thinking, like, I don't. I've been in a long-term relationship, so like I don't.
But look, have you ever had somebody approach you? You know, because you're a social media personality. You know, you're on the show, things of that nature. Have you ever had somebody approach you like, hey, I got an opportunity for you, and then you go see about that opportunity, you find out it was bullshit?
I never see about it. I could tell from jump it's bullshit.
So what are the signs to know that an opportunity is bullshit?
Like, they just don't have, like, I've definitely had, like, people come in my DMs, like back when, like, in, like, college, when I was doing, like, music videos and stuff like that. Oh, I got this opportunity. You can meet this person. But then, like, if you just kind of look at their, like, profile,
and you study,
it's just kind of like, they don't have a lot of followers. And then it's just like.
So let me ask you this then.
I guess I just don't ever follow.
What are the signs that you know?
I'm like, I'm not just going to bother with, whether it might be legit, but I don't know. But just from standing back, I'm like, I'm just not going to do it.
So, Timberly, let me land on this. What are the signs, and this is to all y'all, what are the signs that somebody, I guess based off their social media, you can figure out that they're not legit?
No followers. Like, you don't really have, but you can
but
buy
I'm gonna tell you the
followers
truth though.
days.
I'm gonna be honest.
But
though.
you can tell, like, if you look at their profile, if they have a bunch of followers, and you go look at their pictures, and it's like maybe like two
their
people
likes
that like
and comments have to
like,
match up.
So look,
it's a bunch of emojis.
He had like thousands of followers. Like he could probably get paid from his viewings, but he wasn't that person.
And I've seen that
and
before.
That's what I'm saying.
So look, I have another one for you though, because I deal with record execs, and a lot of those record execs have social media pages. Some of them only have 400 or 500 followers, but they some of the most powerful people in the industry.
That's what I'm gonna say. Honestly, a lot of rich people or people that have money, they are low key on social media.
Yeah.
They don't
And
need
their
it.
profiles are private.
Yeah,
But
Well,
it's
it ain't
also
even
how
necessarily
you handle
pri-
the business too. Like, if you coming at me like a legit business person, like if you trying to really legit get me on something,
you got a landing page.
you're gonna be like, here's my email. Like, this,
you know
that.
what my number one sign
You're not
is?
gonna really, like, you might DM me like I'm interested, like, but it's gonna be professional, and it's gonna be professional from the start to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what my number one sign is to let me know if business is legit or not.
Mm-hmm.
If the nigga know how to use proper grammar
That
in their DM, because some niggas can't even spell, but they got $1 million for
and
you.
you're already.
You know what I'm saying? So that I think that's one of the biggest signs to know really if they really are who they say they are. If you can't spell, nigga, I don't believe you the plug.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, in cases I could be wrong, but that's typically to me. I would have to case you out a little bit more if you can't spell.
But a lot of people don't even know how to hold a proper interview correctly.
Yeah.
But he could have like millions of dollars.
Yeah,
But-
Floyd Mayweather. Shout out to Floyd.
Exactly. So in an instance, but if you have to call a homeboy or like anything you choose to do, if you have to check with someone else before you do it,
questionable.
you're not independent, and you can't take care of yourself, let alone do anything for me. And it's not about the money, but it's about the image that you portray, and you're really not that person.
And I feel like a lot of guys are getting caught up with that these days.
Yeah.
They just want to show their image, and like that to them makes them a man, but that's not a man. Like having followers, having girls, having
It's not a
having
man.
a chain does not make you a man. Like, do you have investments? Do you have a house? Like, it's
Yeah,
just all
car,
backwards.
job.
So let me
It's
ask you
all
this:
about face
what? I got a spin-off question. I was gonna move to another question, but you said something that I thought was key. So, what makes a man in your eyes?
Ooh, okay. Who wants to go first?
You can go.
I mean, whatever.
Okay, well, I come from a very like religious, conservative, 2-parent household, and are we still going?
Yeah.
Let me take my shot. Want me to start over? Okay.
I'm waiting on y'all. Yeah, do your thing.
Okay.
Hey, look, on my show, I ain't got no
Oh, I
rules or
didn't know
nothing.
if
I'm
that
raw
meant-
and uncut. You know
if
what I'm
that
saying? I
meant,
might
like-
go run to the restroom and come back. You know what I'm saying?
I
Shit
didn't know
like
if that
that.
meant pause. Okay, so for me, I grew up a little bit more conservatively. I think I grew up in a 2-parent household. My parents are together, religious, like we went to church all the time. So for me, and I really modeled the type of guy I want to be with after my dad. And my dad he's faith-driven, honest, loyal, respectful. To me, respect is a whole different thing. So what makes a man is someone that could provide for you, someone that also builds you and brings you closer to God, not someone that will lead you further away. So I'm very conservative in that aspect. So to me, that's what a man is. I've never cared about materialistic things. I don't care about your chain. I don't care about
What you
your
drive.
following. Like, I don't care about anything. If you have a good, like your morals are intact, to me, that's a man. Someone that has integrity. Like, if you can't tell me, like, if you can't do something in my face, but you'll do it behind my back, you're not a man to me because you have no integrity. Like, you should be able to be who you are 100% when no one's watching. And if you are 2 different people in that scenario, you're not a man because, like, you have no respect for yourself. That's another thing. Like, guys are so quick to say girls are thoughts, they're fast, they're this, they're that. But what does that say about you when you're out there sleeping with buku women? Like, do you respect yourself? Do you respect your body? No. And if you did, you wouldn't be doing that. So it's just like, that's a real man to me. Someone that respects himself, respects his partner, who can provide, and who, like, you know, has morals. That's the biggest thing to me.
And I agree with that too. Like, again, I grew up in a 2-parent household too, and like, my dad did anything to like make
Sacrifice.
his girls happy. Like, it was me and my sister. Like, my dad was, you know, made sure we had our car in like high school. Like, he made sure we had everything. If I wanted to go do dance, like I was like, I want to go ice skating. All right, like, put you in ice skating. Like,
To me, it's
Man, I want to ask you a question so bad, but I'm going to leave it alone.
what? Like,
wanna
I
leave
did
it.
ice skating, gymnastics, dance, like anything. I wanted to do horseback riding. Like, anything I would ask my
I feel like-
parents, they would be like, all right.
You know what? I got a
I'm
general question then.
okay.
Why is it that I see a lot of women that say they kind of want a woman sort of like their father, their man, but you end up seeing the man they dating, and it's nothing like your father?
No.
In a sense, they are. So, like, my dad is a really good provider. Like I said, he makes sure, like, I have anything that I want. So, like, the man that I date, like, he is
Has to
going to make
provide
sure.
that.
Yeah, he's going to make sure, like,
So
if
you,
I want something, he's going to make sure I
what
got
about from a
it.
moral standpoint?
I haven't always been on key with that. And I will admit that, like, I've dated guys that didn't have the morals together at all. But I think it's, like, the potential. Like, you see that they have some kind of sense there.
I'm glad that you
just
said
wanna,
that.
like, kind of
So
see
do
it
you
out.
do you
Pull
feel
it
like
out.
do you feel like a lot of times, because I've heard this be posed on the show before, do you think a lot of times they just want the wrong nigga to act right rather than just get the right nigga to just have the right nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the times we think the right guy is lame.
You say that, Britt. I'm waiting for you to kick in too.
I mean, honestly, I'm upfront and I'm very blunt in my relationships or anybody that I even give my attention to. So upfront, like, if you can't be the man that I was raised with, every man in my family is a man. Like, they provide for us, they make sure that we straight, and they also teach us what a man expects
Should
out of a
do.
woman, and so
Yeah.
does my mom as well, and all the women in my family. Like, this is what a woman is supposed to do as a woman, and I've been taught that for a very long time. I was brought up like that, whether it's my aunties, my uncles, my mom, my dad, my grandparents. So when I'm dealing with a guy, I can already differentiate whether or not you're a man or not, and if you're not a man, I don't treat you as such. And it's that simple. If you can't be the man that I know is out there, then you don't get the
You're just a
Brittany
game.
that is supposed to be a woman. Like, I'm still gonna be a woman no matter what, but you're not the man for me. And I'll let him know up front, like, you're not the man for me. You're not a man, so you're not gonna get all of me. Whatever you're looking for, you can go be that with someone else, someplace else, but it's not gonna be here. I'm not gonna deal with anything different. And if I see it, like if you're portraying to be a different person in the beginning, and it's like, oh, like he's great, but then as I get to know you and I see that you don't hold those characteristics and qualities, I'm gonna let you know you're not a man, and I don't respect you as being a man, therefore you don't get treated as a man. And I'm gonna let you know, so, like I'm walking away.
So what kind of characteristics show in a relationship you with a man that you find out he's not a man? What's something that shows that he's not a man?
But I have a beef to pick, like whatever she said though. I feel like a lot of men expect for their partner, their woman, to be 100% woman, and like when things don't work out, they blame her for like, oh, you didn't cook, you didn't clean, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Yeah, but you weren't trustworthy, you weren't this, you weren't that, so I'm not gonna be the best woman I could be for a nigga that's
but
not
I'm
that.
always gonna be that
100%.
I hate that shit.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's just simply.
If you a good man, I'ma be the one.
Right. It depends on what you give
I'ma
me.
clean. I'ma be trustworthy. I'ma do everything.
I'ma do all
that you need me to do.
I hear that.
If I can trust you.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, because I've been doing this show long enough to know. Men gonna feel like that about women. Women gonna feel like that about men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they got men. They say I'm a good nigga, and then they woman go off and do this, and that. They got women say I'm a good woman, and vice versa. You know, it's just. I think that's just how life works, because everybody looks at everything from their perspective and their viewpoint, to not realize maybe it was some things I should have did differently, or I should have did better. And truly, nobody's really in the wrong. It's just a simple fact that nobody is taking accountability for their part.
I always take accountability, but in most of,
I do too.
I'm not gonna say most of them, but my serious relationships, like as far as like my last relationship, I'm able to implicate those characteristics, and then he sees where he goes wrong, and then after I'm like, I'm done with this, I'm not dealing with this anymore, then he comes back like, Brittany, you were right, like you were right, and I've learned from you. Like, if you can't learn from me and I can't learn from you, then what are we doing this for? Because obviously you aren't the man that I really need.
So look, let me ask y'all a question there, because you make a good point. Have y'all ever been in a situation where afterwards y'all realize maybe you were wrong about something?
I'm never wrong.
I know that. That's why I be on your head like that. Because you don't keep it real. Hold on. Tiffany, you don't keep it real. You don't keep it real. Come on, keep it real. You ever say, you know what? Maybe I just didn't do enough on that end to where I wasn't necessarily in the wrong, but I played a part in why this relationship didn't work.
I'm not going to say that because...
So you perfect.
I'm not going to say that I'm perfect, but I'm going to say like...
Close to it.
I know that when I'm in a relationship, I do everything that I can to like try to make things work.
So
and like...
Not to cut you off, Tim, but let me land on this, because you know I got a bad memory, so I'll be forgetting my questions. So you feel like you did everything, but have you ever asked in the relationships you've been in that didn't necessarily work out, did you ever ask them why they did things what they did, or figure out like maybe it is something that you didn't do but you didn't know that you didn't do it? Like, have you ever kind of recapped the whole situation?
But I feel like if you're like, when I'm in a relationship, he's knocked out.
Man, that nigga always drunk when he doing my shows, so you know it is what it is.
I'm a very affectionate person. Like, I give the relationship my all. So like, I don't feel like nothing that I do could amount to you going out and cheating. Like, you cheating because you want to cheat, or you doing whatever you doing because that's what you want to do. Yeah. I don't feel like I did anything wrong.
I hear what you're saying, Tim, and you're not necessarily wrong, but I do think perspective is a serious thing.
Because if you was really into the relationship, I feel like you would come to me and be like, hey babe, like, I want this, or like, you know, maybe you can help with like
communication.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. You chose a man that doesn't like to communicate. So maybe you should have ended that relationship a lot earlier, since he doesn't communicate with you as the way he wants, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
All right, well, we'll move on from that.
I know that when I'm in a relationship, I give it my all, and you can definitely tell like the changes. Like if in the beginning, when I first meet you, I'm doing everything.
Everything's great.
But if you start fucking over me, you're gonna see that change. I'm gonna stop doing this.
In a relationship,
it's just gonna slowly.
In a relationship, it's just like a job.
Over with.
In a relationship, it's sort of like a job at times.
And
when you get a job, and you get a job, they put you on probation. They put you on a 90-day probation. That's where everybody's on their best behavior. Then once everybody get comfortable,
best behavior.
Then once people get comfortable, they start doing certain things, and they ain't necessarily doing things.
And if I voice to you that I have a problem with that, and you don't change that, then I'm gonna be like,
so if they don't change it,
you have a problem with
it's time to end a relationship. Is that correct?
No.
Yes and no.
Yeah, see, I'm
I would say 100% yes, because if I'm voicing to you my opinion, then I'm able to communicate to you how I feel. And if you don't change how I feel, then there's absolutely nothing there. I have to move on, and I'm gonna verbally communicate that with you. You're not making me happy anymore.
And I feel like that's a bad like, I don't know, I feel like I'm a very like giving person, and like that's maybe like a bad trait. Like I'm very
that's not a bad. You're looking for the wrong person with that trait, because the right man will appreciate that trait.
Like, all right, you know, maybe you can move past this, but it's, I don't know.
Is it because, look, I'll be honest with you, men don't know how to pick the right woman, and a lot of times women don't know how to pick the right man. You know what I'm saying? Because the things we look for aren't the things that
you need.
Exactly. You got to look at the attributes of yourself and the attributes that you want to compliment you. And a lot of times we don't understand that, hey, this kind of person is not good based off of how we are. If you're a giving person, you don't need to be with somebody who's a taker.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
That's true. Yeah.
That shit got real for a second.
It just got real. Are we at church?
So look. I know we've been running for a minute, but I got like one or two more questions, and I want since we've been on this kind of topic, I want to talk about accountability. And because we have 3 young black women on this panel, I want to ask y'all questions so that we can get y'all viewpoint on this. And you tell me whether you agree, disagree, or how you feel about it. Why is it that black women don't hold other black women accountable for their actions when they do certain things? And what I mean by that, we'll use Meg Thee Stallion as an example. She basically, allegedly, supposedly, whatever. I don't know all the complete details, so I don't want to say this is 100% factual. But she basically lied about the whole Tory Lanez situation about being shot in the foot. And you found out she stepped on glass, and that's how she had that injury to her foot. And typically, I'll be honest with you, when a man has a situation like that where they lie or they do whatever, we typically blackball them and get them out of there. With Meg, she's still doing shows, still being appreciated. Nothing's really changed with her stature in the music industry. So why is it that we're not holding other women accountable when they do the wrong actions?
I hold my friends accountable. Like if they do something, I'm like, man, I don't really like that. Like I hold them accountable for that.
What's your way of holding them accountable?
I don't tell them. I be like, man, that wasn't right.
Well, let me ask you this: if they do too many things that's not right, should they still be your friend? If they don't hold the same kind of morals that you hold. If they don't hold the same kind of morals that you hold, and they're not accountable for their actions, can you truly stay their friend? Because eventually that might come to a day where y'all get into it, and they're gonna do you the same way.
Yeah. You're right.
No, I mean, I believe in holding everyone accountable. I think with black women, it comes to where like we just feel like we are always the person.
Oh yeah, so they...
I feel like black women have this solidarity because we always feel like the minority. We feel like everyone else is coming against us. So like naturally we're extra protective of the next black person. So even if Meg is wrong, we won't publicly say it, but we'll be like, yes, like, we messed up for that. But just because we are the ones that we're a double minority, black men come against us, white people, whatever. So I feel like there's just like unspoken like
Bond.
bond
Yeah.
that we have for each other, and
But
like we
shouldn't
don't purposely want to humiliate the other.
But let me land on this. Shouldn't we have that for each other as
We should,
all
but
being
it's
black,
not.
rather than us being gender based, whereas black man staying with black man, black woman staying with black woman?
We
Should we
should,
try to
but
protect
it's
each other
not.
rather than
We
basically
should.
covering for the ones who are doing wrong?
But in that instant,
But
it's not
I guess-
about race. It's about love and affection and emotion. Because if I care for another person and he's black, I don't see black. I see my trauma and the relationship I have with this person. So if she was hurt in any circumstance, then it would basically be like, okay, this person hurt me and I don't have any affection for this person right now. And then it's almost like a, you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. It's like revenge. It's not like, I'm not gonna do this because he's black. That's not the issue. We don't look at that. We don't look at color. Whenever I'm in love or I care for a person, it's more so of the fact that he did this to me and I'm gonna do this to him. And I don't care if it patronizes his character or his image. Like, I'm gonna do what's best for me right now, and whatever happens to him happens because he deserves it, because he hurts me. Doesn't matter if he's right or he's wrong. Should women applaud it? No, I don't believe so, because I hold my friends accountable for their actions. I will say, like, that wasn't right and you need to apologize. And if that's my best friend, I have a relationship with her significant other as well. So I'm able to say, like, y'all have to have a conversation. Like, this isn't right and y'all have to have a conversation. But at the end of the day, like, I'm still gonna stand beside my best friend and women as a whole.
You correct them in private,
because
not
I
public.
understand where they're coming from. Like, I empathize with them. And as a black female and as a black male, if you do something to us, then we're gonna stand beside each other, whether or not they like it or not. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not gonna humiliate you publicly, but I'm gonna tell you personally, like, that wasn't right. And it's up to that person whether or not she recognizes and she like tells the world, like, I was wrong, I apologize, and this is really not what happened. But personally, between you and I, like, you know you aren't right. But would I support you in your decision? Yeah, 100%, because you're my friend and I support you. But do I support what you're doing
action in that moment?
No, I don't support your action. That's why I'm telling you that you're wrong. But what you do is solely upon you and your image. But they say birds of a feather flock together. So I don't want to be,
That's not true.
I don't want to be around that person if you're portraying to be this person, but I know who you truly are. So I'm not going to abandon you because you're hurt. You're hurt.
You said so many things that led to so many questions in my head that I don't even know where to start. I'll start with the last statement. Birds of a feather flock together.
That's not true.
And the reason why I want to ask that is because if you're hanging with somebody who is unscrupulous, does that mean that you are that as well then?
No, then
not
you
at all.
portray your morals and your characteristics to that person to let them know this isn't right. But if they don't condone and the things that you believe in, then I'm still gonna be who I am, but I'm still gonna tell you what's right from wrong. It doesn't mean I'm gonna abandon you, but it's still gonna I'm still gonna tell you what's right and what's wrong.
So let me ask you this. When it comes to friendships with people, do we tend to like be around the people who have similar views and characteristics as ourselves? I mean, do we typically befriend somebody that's nothing like us?
No.
Not really. I mean,
But opposites
you
do
have to have
attract, though. Like,
something.
I will say from experience, I've had friends that, like, they totally, like, we weren't the same at
Like
all,
salt and
but we
pepper.
balanced each other out, and that's what made the friendship work, because we
Yeah.
had to totally.
So how frequently does that happen though?
Not often.
I mean, you have a.
So typically your friends are similar to who you are,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah.
So I mean, it go back to your statement: birds of a feather flock together.
Oh,
But we are able to communicate amongst each other, not publicly, my morals, your morals. If I feel like something is right and you feel like something is wrong, we can talk about that amongst each other and have an understanding amongst ourselves versus telling the world. The world doesn't have to know, but we know. But you're still my friend.
All right, pick back up.
Like, you're still my friend. I still admire you and I still respect you as my friend. I don't have to respect all of your decisions because I can't think for you. But at the end of the day, I'm going to support you whether someone is against you or with you. I'm still your friend at the end of the day. I'm not going to ever abandon you because you're my friend. I care about you. So it doesn't matter what the world thinks about you. It's what I think about you.
So let me land on this then. Do you think the line is blurred between really what's a friend, what's an associate, and what's miscellaneous?
Most definitely.
So let me ask you this. How many friends do you truly have, and how many associates do you truly have?
Like 3 friends and 1 million associates.
Yeah, I don't trust that friend.
But it's recognized. I'm not going to call you my friend. I'll say, hey, like, I saw such and such. I'm not going to say, like, hey, this is my best friend, or hey, this is my friend, whatever. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to recognize her as her name. She's not associated with me and my character or my lifestyle, but she's a person that I know. You're not my friend. You're not in my circle.
I mean, I have a close knit of friends. Like, majority of my friends are in Texas, but like out here in Baton Rouge, I would say maybe like 3 people that I'm like really close to, like I know I can trust and talk to. But everyone else kind of just, you know, I consider, like, we're close, but like it's kind of
like when we go out.
So
like we can go out, but I don't really, like, you're not really in.
So let me ask you this, Timberland.
All of my business, I guess.
This is a question for the whole panel, though. Do you believe in the concept of having a frenemy?
Most definitely.
Of frenemies?
That's someone that's jealous of
they just
you,
wouldn't
but
be in my circle.
but they're still your friend. I don't. It's like handling you with a long spoon handle. I know your character. I don't have expectations for you
hang out with
because
like
I know who your character is. So I wouldn't hang around you in certain circumstances.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you why I asked that question. Because I actually do believe in a frenemy, and I'm explaining to you as to why. Because that's definitely one, and another reason why is because of the fact that certain people have a good cloak of their intentions and how they really feel about you, to where you might not think any ill will of this person, but they might look at you as if they can't stand you, but in some cases they feel like they need you. So they befriend you so that they can stay in your circle, stay amongst what you have going on, but in reality they really do not like you.
I'm gonna say I don't have friends, like, and that's just, I think, from my past, exactly what you just said, like people being in your face pretending that they love you, whatever, and they hate you the whole time. Like, I learned that from a young age. So my friends are my sisters. That's it. Anyone else, I'm an associate. Like, we cool, but like I would never trust anyone. And I think that's just because, yes, the whole jealousy, the frenemy aspect. Like, people could, and the thing is, jealousy is not always. They don't want to be jealous. That's just what because they have their own insecurities within themselves. And it's not that they're purposely trying to hate you. It's not that they want to dislike you. It's just their insecurities that bring that out. And
do you think a lot of that is due to the fact that some people feel like things are supposed to be given to them? Entitlement. Do you think entitlement is they say money is the root of, I got that messed
the root
up.
of all evil.
Yeah, well, I just
I would say competition.
Explain to me why competition is
because if we're alike and you and I have the same standards, then if I'm around you and I introduce you to another person, that person may like you as well because we are one of a kind. So the same opportunity that exists to me, it exists to you as well. So then now we are competition because we are liable to have the same position. And because you are my friend, it doesn't mean that you're gonna look out for you and I'm gonna look out for me. But if we're truly friends, someone should step away from the table and have the respect and the consideration of the other person, even if it's a business proposal, if it's in a guy, if it's in another friend. Like if it's a guy, like I had him first, I saw him first. I'm not gonna talk to that guy, even though he likes me. But I'm talking to that person, he could still very well find you attractive, but I'm not going to talk to that person because I have respect for you, like that's yours. So in a business proposal, it's the same way. It doesn't exist.
So ladies, let me land on this. Is competition at any part healthy?
I think there is healthy competition and there's unhealthy competition, for sure. Like,
it's healthy.
If it motivates you to be a better version of yourself, that is healthy. Now, if you're doing it just to one up the other person, and if you're doing all this shit to like show another person and make a statement to everyone else, that's unhealthy. Because you're not doing it for you. It needs to be personal to you.
So look, I'm gonna ask maybe one more question before we roll, and I'm gonna bring it. Well, it's not even a question. I'm gonna bring up the scenario. And y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Okay. I recently had a situation where I was gonna pull up on somebody, and
a female.
Huh?
A female?
No. This is on some other shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So so before I even pulled up on, they apologized to me, and basically they told me what they did. It was wrong for that, but they went to social media with it. Before they apologized to air their grievance out.
Publicly apologize.
So this is my thing. How do y'all feel about people who publicly, I guess, try to say something, but then privately try to apologize?
Nah, nigga. If you ain't telling me sorry publicly, then the beef is still on. Fuck that.
You was so loud and bold about it to put it on social media, so you need to apologize about it.
You want to be loud about the beef, be loud about the apology.
Yeah. You just fraternize my character and what I stand for, so therefore you need to let the world know that you are wrong, not just me personally, because me personally, I'm going to handle you accordingly, and we're not going to be on the same page.
But you let everybody else know.
Yeah.
Once you bring it to social media, that's a wrap. Unless you apologize publicly, then we have nothing else to talk about.
So let me ask you this. You from New Orleans, you might have heard this term before.
Yeah.
Beef is never squashed. Do y'all believe that beef is never squashed, or do you believe you can squash beef?
I believe you can squash it.
I'm a forgive you. I'm not gonna forget it, but I'm gonna forgive you. I just know how to move with you.
Beef is never squashed, because once you have a vendetta or you have this perception of me, whether you feel like I'm competition or you feel like you love or you hate me, at the end of the day, you're still gonna have that in the back of your mind. We can have a conversation, and then at the end of that conversation, you can still feel like I'm competition. So your vendetta hasn't changed, but you're being morally, sociably, like, and you're communicating with me publicly to give everybody the impression that you are on my side or you're a good person, but personally you still have these malicious intents and thoughts about me at the end of the day.
I'm gonna jump the line. I'm gonna go with her.
Yeah,
that made a lot of sense.
It's never
you know something I noticed.
It's never squashed.
That made a lot of sense.
Well, I mean, hey, I ain't mad at you.
Once that was real, always my enemy. But that saying goes, keep your enemies close. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I know you could befriend me, but I know your intentions really aren't.
So you said keep it. So you say keep your friends close, your enemies closer. You keep and you hug your frenemies.
I'm gonna always know who you are, what you're doing, and what you're about, because you will never get one up on me ever. I'm always gonna win. I'm always gonna be on top, no matter who you are.
I like that.
And that's on period.
Yeah.
And I done changed my whole perspective after hearing this.
Wow.
Period.
I agree.
Because they will hate you forever, but
that's true.
Success is my revenge. You will never see me struggle. You will never see me weak. I will never portray to you that I'm a weak individual. You will always see the strength in me.
Well, I
will always empower you.
Well, shout out to Nissa. He always used to say, if you're weak, you beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Well,
yeah.
So, man, I actually had way more questions, but because we elaborated on so much, I'm gonna have to wrap the episode up.
We can do a part 2.
We'll definitely do a part 2. So this is what we're gonna do before we roll. Once again, let them know who you are, where to find you at. Starting with.
So you can follow me at XOXO
Oh, tell them what your name is too.
My name is Timberlyn. You can follow me on Instagram at XOXO_yours truly. Find me on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, XOXO T-Lynn. So that's XOXO TLYNN.
So for y'all niggas who paid attention, follow at those. That's where you send your pictures to.
Okay. Don't send me the vibe.
DMing her.
Shout out to Larry. You know what I'm saying? You probably see Larry real soon.
He said Larry.
You be blocked.
And I'm Taylor Faye. I do YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at TayYYYYFAYE. And then on YouTube, I'm Taylor Faye. And yeah, that's me.
What's up?
And I'm Brittany Badass. But you know, you can follow me as Sedady Brittany or Brittany Chantrese. That is my real estate page. I really am a ghost on social media. I only post things for certain purposes. But yeah, I'm always gonna be present and I take accountability for all of my actions. So yeah, love that.
All right, well look, before we roll, make sure you follow me, you know what I'm saying, International Joe. Follow me at Joe on the Track. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow me at on OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
AKA Joe the Plumber.
Bye.
Make sure y'all follow the Antidote Network. You know, you can watch this on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV. Make sure y'all check out my album, Just Landed. You know what I'm saying? Also named Just Landed. I got everybody on there.
Ooh, I love that plug.
Baton Rouge, you know, whatever. But yeah, we gonna holler at y'all, man. We rolling, you know. We gonna holler.
Gang,
so,
gang.
you know, peace.
Bye.